Hey y'all, take two. This is Niecy Lynn on Flosstube and on Instagram. I hope I have better luck this time. I stopped the video to sneeze and I don't know where it went, but here we go again. Okay, once more, this is October the 17th. Hopefully this will be Flosstube number 3. I have no tech skills and this is the proof. So I'm gonna try to push through. I have messed up my eyeballs, so I have these crazy glasses that I may have to wear. My vision is horrible. I've had eye surgery, still have to wear glasses or contacts one. And I've made my eyeball mad, and so here we are. And I have a cold and everything else, so hopefully I won't sneeze again, because if I have to stop the video, I probably just won't. Y'all just probably have to listen to me sneeze, because when I stop the video, I don't know what happened. So here we go. We will start with FFOs. One more time. Okay, so first off FFOs this week are going to be this little guy right here. He is a little, I guess, a bowl filler. He's a little big to be a pin keep in my mind, but what do I know? He is out of, I don't know if you can see him all the way around. And I watched Vanna's tutorial, and then I do these this way, and then I saw Kathy Haberman did hers this way. I watched her Flosstube this morning, and I saw that she did hers this way, and that made me so happy. I saw a lady do some applique things this way a couple years back in a book, and so I thought, well, that would work, because I don't trust myself to make nice seam at the bottom, and I don't want an ugly, I don't want an ugly at the bottom. And so I thought, oh, I'm just gonna try it. And then so I just did long seam, short seam, short seam, and then I had my little X-shaped slit in the back. I turned it through that, pressed it. I'd already put my fusible interfacing on here that Vanna tells us about, and it does make it firmer and stiffer. And then I stuffed it really, really tight. And then I had added this little piece of plaid on here and ribbon. And then I just had these little buttons off of these. I cut off shirts, and these probably got cut off a coat, a sweater, who knows what, that I trashed. And I'm just a crazy button hoarder. If it's a good button, I can't bear to let it go. So, here it is. So if y'all remember, I was gonna make this for my daddy, but I couldn't make the bottom. The 67 Ford my daddy had that he bought from, I think he said he bought it from Charles Revis for $1,500 in 1968. It was kind of turquoisey blue on the top, and it was like white or off-white on the bottom. And when I started stitching it, I had to pull it back out. It didn't show up on this fabric. This is kind of a tannish tea. I tea-dyed it, so I don't know, but it's not real super dark, and it didn't show up enough. So I just had to pull it out, and then I just made the whole truck this color. So I'll just have to remake one for Daddy and make it on darker gray fabric or something, so it'll both show up. But this little pattern is so cute. I changed up all the colors. This is that Romy's Creation Rusted, which is just a fabulous little color. I made my fence brown because, like I said, we have all brown fences down here. But it is out of, here's the pattern here. They had it done red, and it is a Sampler's Not Forgotten, and it is out of this 2017 just cross stitch Halloween issue. And I just thought it was the cutest little pattern. Like I said, I was going to try to make it work for that little truck, but it didn't. But it turned out being cute anyway, so that's all fine and good. It's all good. And I had also done this little tiny pin keep. It was the mock-up for the pumpkin. It's a little pumpkin sampler that I did. I showed a couple of weeks ago. I thought I was gonna FFO it, but then he ended back up in the whip pile because I put Smyrna crosses down the side, and I think I'm gonna put I decided I wanted to put some fancy bands around him. So I put Smyrna crosses down the side, and I may do some rice stitch across the top and bottom or something. Anyway, y'all know I told y'all I'm a whore for some fun fancy stitches, and that's just what it is. But this was the mock-up to see if I like the shape of it and if my letters kind of fit, because I don't have like I mean, I'm sure there is some kind of computer program everybody uses, but I just have some graph paper and I just kind of drew it out, and then I just kind of did a mock-up. And so you can see it's on big 14 count Ada. I don't know if it'll focus on, there it goes. And it's just in half cross with pearl cotton to see if it all kind of fit on there. And it did, it fit just fine, but that told me that that would work. And here again, I just did the 4 seams, 1 seam down each side. And then I just had my little slit across the bottom and turned it through the slit. And then you can see my other seam is still here. And so any misshape or puckering from that will be on the back, so that when it sits in the bowl or whatever you sit it in, the shape of it's okay. But I needed to practice on these. And the only other time I've done any little pillows or pin keeps, I did these about 4 years ago. And this was before, of course, I hadn't seen Vanna's tutorial. I didn't know anything about Flosstube. I did these. And these are just Lizzie Kate's, and the patterns are so cute. But I didn't, Vanna tells you to put the interfacing, iron it on to give it some stability, and to stuff them really tight. And I didn't know to do it, and I didn't. And you can see they're just real wonky, and even when I unpacked them, they're just kind of misshapen because they're not stuffed tight enough, and they're not, they don't have that interfacing, so there's not a lot of structure to the fabric of them. So that that will make a world of difference. These 4 right here, they just kind of look like when your sofa gets tired and you say, honey, we got to go get a new couch. That sofa it's tired. It looks like a heirloom flop house in here. That's what these look like. They just looking tired, worn out, floppy, just embarrassing. See, the design is precious. You know, Lizzie Kate, they're so cute, so precious. The colors, the little designs, so cute, so happy, so fun, adorable. But I did not know to do the interfacing and to stuff them super tight, and so they don't have the tightness and the stability that they should. All that is a segue into those 2 first ones were the practice pillows, because I did this piece here. It is a Little House Needleworks, Blessed is the Life. Blessed is the life that finds joy in the journey. And I stitched this for my sister several years ago. I don't know if y'all, my sister, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. My sister is a yoga instructor. My sister is a good human. Everything I passed up on when Jesus sent me out in the world, my sister got. That means all the goodness, the niceness, all the concern for everyone on the planet. That's my sister. She is precious, kind, sweet, all those things. Everything. She is all that. And I stitched this for her, and I thought she would want me to frame it when I gave it to her. And she said, will you make it into a little pillow? I had no faith in my sewing ability. So I rolled it up and put it in there because I didn't want to mess it up, because I'd stitched it for her because I love her so madly. She is so good. And I want to only give her nice things because she only deserves nice things. And I was afraid to stitch it. I was afraid I would mess it up. And when I stitch it for her in the pattern, if you notice the pattern, it just has the two little girls. My sister has 3 daughters, and 2 blondes and a brunette. So when I stitched this pillow for her, I stitched it with 2 blondes and a brunette. And it's been rolled up all this time. I watched that tutorial. I watched Fauna's tutorial, and I watched it and I watched it. And Saturday night, I queued all this up and I put my brave pants on, and boy, I just got to getting in here. And I just did, like she showed, I did a long, a short, long, and a short. Now Vanna leaves a little, she leaves a little space on the bottom of hers. I didn't do that again because I didn't want mine to look all wonky. So I just left my little slit in the back, and you can see if I press on it, you can see where I've stitched it up like that under there. And it's not perfect, but it's a dang sight better than it would have been before all those tutorials. So thank you so very much. And also a shout out to the Tiny Modernist, because I went to your tutorials and watched how to make these little tassels on here. So she got little tassels on her little pillow. And so I'm gonna give this to her this week. And of course she would have loved it if it was ugly, because she's just that kind of a human. She's just the kind of human, and she would have thought it was beautiful even if it was hideous. You know, if it looked like the bottom of my foot, she would have loved it and thought it was beautiful, because she sees beauty in everything, because she's a good human. That's just my sister. That's just the way she is. But y'all, if you ever want to really be amazed or amused, because she also does, they live on a farm, her husband's a farmer. She has beautiful pictures of her yoga, and then she also has beautiful pictures of the farm. So she's just a small town yogi on Instagram, and they're always having the fun stuff. And she takes beautiful photos of everything that's going on there on the farm and all that they're doing. And I'm looking at my notes here. Sorry, y'all, I'm not ignoring you. Okay, now that, oh, I got to start saying I'm missing something. Hold up, duck out of the frame. Okay, then that brings me to these little things right here. Brenda Gervais, you're a genius. There we go. Holiday Hoopla Halloween. So cute. So cute, y'all. So cute. I stitched this twice. I stitched this for my daughter Micah, and I stitched this for one of the daughters of my heart, Hanako, at Okay Hanako on Instagram. She's so precious. I got to go to her wedding up in the Pacific Northwest. She lives in Bellevue, Washington. And Michelle Bendy and all y'all that live up there, I'd never been, and it is so beautiful. And her wedding was on, and I can't remember if I'm supposed to say the Virginia V or the Virginia 5. Anyway, it was an old ferry on the lake, and they got married at night. And it was, they got married in the afternoon, and then we rode around the ferry on the lake at night, and it was so beautiful. But y'all, here are 2 different finishes of this pattern, and it is so cute. And I'm gonna stitch myself one. Oh, this one's broom's got messed up. Hold up. Oh, sorry. Sorry about your broom. Yike. Okay. And I think Micah, my daughter, wants the square one. Sorry about this one wiggling. But they are so dang adorable. This pattern is just absolute genius. Plus, and we've talked before, there's the year, and there are my initials. I couldn't get this round. I'm gonna keep working on lacing rounds. Priscilla, yours was pristine. I can't, my lacing this round was a bit much, so I went back to my trusty square on this one. It made me a little less nervous, and then in this one, you can, I just did 1/1 on each one of these, but this one I did the yellow. So there's my initials, and there's the year. It doesn't, I don't feel like it has to like blow up the design or anything. You can just kind of mix it in with what's going on and let it be. I have to tell y'all though, I'm seeing some of y'all, when y'all posting these, y'all haven't put this little broom, these bristles on here. Y'all are killing me with this. Y'all are hurting me not putting this little broom bristles on here. Y'all shoot me a message. I will mail y'all one of these. I'm not joking. Y'all are hurting me not putting, this is so cute. And it's not hard, but I know some people don't like doing this kind of stuff, but you just stick that on there with a little bit of Aleene's tacky glue and it's easy. But if y'all can't get it, or y'all don't want to, or a fret, as my gymnastics teacher used to say, if you're afraid of that, you just send me something and I'll make you a little broom. Because I don't want y'all not to have a broom for y'all's witch, because I don't think the broom flies without the bristles. I'm just telling you right now. Mine has to have the bristles on. Maybe y'all's is better than mine. It happens every day. But I am going to stitch that one more time. So that is in the FFO pile, and it is back also in the to be stitched whip pile, because I still haven't got one for myself. I've stitched it twice, still don't have one for me, because you know you babies go first. That's how that goes, right? Babies always go first. This, now we're going to jump on into whips. Whips. I found this guy. I've been still unpacking some things, and I found this guy, so I'm going to finish him up real quick this week. I took a punch needle class year before last. I made a little heart, and then I drew up this guy last year, and I need to get him finished. I don't know if y'all have tried punch needle, but that was boy, that was fun as a barrel of monkeys. And fast. Boy, that was fast. But I accidentally I drew it too big. And so I think I'm just going to round this off, because I don't know. I don't think you can move the hoop on these things. I don't know how this works. Here again, this is another thing where I took a class and then I was like, ah. And then I did this myself. I came home and drew it, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can move this or not. So I'm just going to, I'll just round these corners off here and go ahead and finish this guy out. But yeah, so that is a punch needle whip I have. And I've got whips this time, and I usually don't have many whips, and I'm excited. I'm excited about having some whips. But my School of Magical Stitches has helped with my whips. So go Slytherin. Okay. Black like my soul, y'all know it's truth. Here is the little pumpkin sampler that I put the Smyrna crosses down the side of. And I think I'm gonna maybe, I don't know, I thought I would just do some bands down the sides and maybe across the top, I'm not sure. And I've started messing with a leaf up there also. So I don't know if y'all can see him or not. But that one, he was the mock-up. This guy was the beginning mock-up for this little guy here. And he is my first whip this week with my fancy stitches. Oh, and also in this bag, I found this. And I think you say this Heinz it. If I didn't, y'all let me know. Y'all know I can butcher some words down here. I am stitching this, and I'm gonna turn this into a drum. I'm gonna stitch this before next year and turn this into a drum. Y'all know that's cute. That is all kind of cute. That's getting into a drum before next Halloween. Drum. And we have, what's here? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see what. I've been working on my things, and so I've got them in all my little bins here. Okay. I've got these two. And I'll show, these are in my haul. This is Farmhouse Christmas, and I think this one is Dairy Darling. There's not a lot done on this one. This one is pretty close. I'll probably knock that one out And I hope those are focusing fairly well. And I've got that series, and I'm going to finish those for Christmas. That's going to be some Christmas fun, and I hope I'm not so close on making y'all sick with this. And this little guy here, I've never had a needle book. I see y'all with all these little cute needle books. And this little fellow is going to be a needle book, if I can find this picture without... It's hard when you have to turn the pages not to show the pattern, yeah? So there is that little guy. I'm going to make myself a little Christmas needle book. He's here. I'm doing him dark though, because I like my gingerbread dark. And I love me some gingerbread too. Y'all know I love gingerbread. It's so good. But I'm going to do just a little white trim on him, and I think I may leave off the hat. I'm not sure about the hat. I think I'm going to leave off the candy cane, and then just make him into a little needle book, because I continually have a needle sitting by my chair. When I finish a project, then I just set it there, and then it's always in danger of being a traumatic mess. It hasn't happened yet, but it could at any moment. This is so cute. Y'all know I love me some frosted pumpkin too. I love primitive and then fun. And those two things are just, and this frosted pumpkin is so fun and so cute. Holly Jolly Santa. And he is in the, what year is this? He's a just cross stitch old one. Oh, December 2015. It looks like this on the front. And I'm stitching him, and he is just, and I can't wait to use that fuzzy thread. I never used that thread that makes him make his beard. It looks kind of all sparkly and fun. My arms aren't quite long enough. I do have T-Rex arms anyway. I don't know if y'all know that about me. I do have the T-Rex arms. This is my curse. This, where's my white piece of paper? Because it's going to be see-through this. This is Stocking 1 by Blackbird Designs. And the design is gorgeous. The design is so pretty. And it is, I think, used brick. What did I pull for that? Used brick and cherry bark. Yes. So beautiful. It is, and it may be in something else, but it is this stocking here in Home for the Holidays. And there's not much I like better in this world than Blackbird Designs. Their work is so beautiful, so gorgeous, so incredible. This linen is not. This linen is so hairy, so fuzzy. I used to have a Siamese cat. I grew up on the lake and had a big old apple-headed Siamese cat named Shanghai. He would always catch snakes and drape them across the back doorstep after he killed them. My mama hated it. If I was to take screen wire, like a window screen, and stretch it over that cat and start stitching on it, that's what this is. That's how hairy this is. This linen is so fuzzy. I don't know where I got it. It was in my stash. I don't know if y'all can see. It looks beautiful. It looks really rustic and natural, and I thought I would love it. But as you stitch on it, fuzzy stuff comes off of it everywhere. It's disgusting and horrifying, and and it makes, I'd rather just step on my bottom lip than keep on stitching on this. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. I ain't gonna like it, but I'm gonna finish it. It's mad at me, gonna jump out on the floor right now. Now, because my eyes messed up, I started this little, and I should wait and show him in my haul, but I don't know if you can see him otherwise, but, oh, I keep on stepping out of here. Frosted Pumpkin, this Sleepy Hollow. I love Sleepy Hollow. I love The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I read it every year and listen to it both every year in the fall. It is one of the greatest stories of all time. I find it incredibly entertaining. But because my eye's mad, and it's looking so much happier. I don't know if y'all, it looks so much happier now. But I just got some old Ada I had in there and dyed it with some gray. And I'm starting this beautiful design on this Ada. And that is something I've been so I can work on it in the evening, the last night or two when I want to try to get a few stitches in, even though my eye is cursing me out basically every minute of the day. And that may be everything that I brought over here right now, I hope. Oh, that may be whips. Maybe, is that everything whip-wise? I think that may be everything whip-wise. Whoop, whoop. Okay, now, haul. I had a lot of haul because I haven't showed any in a couple weeks, so it's gonna look like all the good stuff. So, here we go. Oh, the haul. I just showed you this one, so this is so cute. I did change the colors just because the yellow trees and the kind of aqua fence, I don't know, that's just not my gig, but that's just me. So I changed the trees brownish and the fence to more of a grayish blue. But his little head, the design, the colors of that orange, so cute. And like I said, I either stitch normally primitive or fun, and he is in the fun, fabulous category for Black hats. I had a big Frosted Pumpkin buy and spree because of the last one I'm going to show you. The Black Hat Society. Look at those girls. So cute. So they will be stitched throughout the year. But I got them because I've been wanting them. And then they have the Nutcracker Parade is their new Christmas stitch along coming. And my son, when he was a little boy, oldest one was born in '87, and he fell in love with nutcrackers and has a nutcracker collection that is quite extensive. And we have always collected them for him. We always have them out as decorations. So we have just added to them over the years. So when I saw that it was going to be about nutcrackers, and of course he's grown now, so I'm very nostalgic about it. And so I thought, I have to stitch it. Just got to. And I was a ballet dancer, and my little grandbabies take ballet, the little girls do. And so I had to stitch it. I had to. So those are my Frosted Pumpkin haul. Then I have some Little House Needleworks haul I showed you in my whip pile. So Dairy Darling. That is so cute. This one is Little Red Barn. And I just got the series because I'm going to do the whole stitch. And I know the glare on there is bad. Sorry, guys. I thought I had them all out of the... And I went ahead and cut my linen. All of my pieces of my even weaver cut. and ready to go. So as I finish one, I can just take the next one out and get going. This one is Farm Folk. So cute. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Pinewood Farm. Grandma's Quilt. I don't know if that one focused very good. Grandpa's Pickup. Horsing Around. And Baba Black Sheep. And of course we are down here in Texas, and I always had sheep for ag projects. My baby son has cows. My daughter has chickens and raised chickens when she was in school, and won with chickens. She always had prize winning chickens. So I have to do the farm stuff. So the Barnyard Christmas from Prairie Schooler had to happen with these. So those will hopefully I will get those 9, and then the 8. Hopefully I'll get those 17 finished. And Priscilla's Chicken Joy. That's 18 by Christmas. Yike, what do we have? What did Two Martini Stitcher say today when I was listening? 10 weeks? I better get busy. No more fooling around. I gotta get to getting. Gotta get to getting. Get everything finished. Now, I wanted to show, and I hope I didn't do this. I hope I did this in the first video and not the second video. Law, have mercy. Did I show this one yet? Okay, if I've already showed this one once, sorry y'all. Remember, this is a redo. This is the one that was Granny Vic's that I redid, that I'm going to re-gift to my husband's sister, Jana. So, I can't remember if I did that one in the first video or second video. So, if you've seen it twice, sorry y'all. This one is, I guess, my favorite Halloween stitch of all time. Is Halloween Revelry. And of course the light is showing up on it, of course. And it is by the Primitive Needle. Those cats are the best thing since sliced bread. I don't care who you are. And of course, Witch's Hollow is one of my unicorn charts. Those and those. The little voodoo dolls by Haberdashery. Those are so adorable. So those are some of my unicorns, but this one was in a magazine. I don't remember which one, but it was a fun, fabulous stitch. I stitched it on 32 count, and it like killed my ragged eyeballs, but it was worth every squint because I love using this every year. I love seeing it. I always think I'm just going to leave it up because I love it. I think one day I'm going to make a Halloween room and just leave all my happy Halloween up all the time because it makes me that happy. Why not? Why not, right? It makes me so happy. And that's another thing. I'm gonna get with some of y'all sometime and get y'all to show me how y'all use those magnifiers. Because when I try to use those magnifiers, it makes me a not happy kind, not a good kind of drunk. Those magnifiers make me a bad kind of drunk. I don't know what I do wrong, but I've got to get with some of y'all that use that 56 count. Because if you tell me y'all just use that with your eyeballs, what? I don't know, but I've got to get that figured out somehow, someday. Because let's be honest, this vision isn't going to get any better, right? Now, Vonna showed a quilt that a friend sent her. It was so tiny and so precious. And it got me thinking that I hadn't got out my quilt that Granny made me. My great Granny pieced this for me. And she had to have been in her 80s or 90s when she pieced it. I need to look that up, but I was the last of her great grandkids that got one before she passed. She pieced it, and then my grandmother quilted it for me when, I guess when my kids were babies. So she would have been in her 70s, late 70s. And I've used it as a table topper and on the back of couches and hanging on the wall and a million other things. So it's gotten pretty worn. But she did Round the World with gingham. She was blind as a bat always. I remember her glasses were this thick. No kidding, they were like Coke bottle bottoms, like crazy thick. But she pieced away like crazy. And it's got something on it over the years, and so I'm gonna try to scooch back. That's another reason I decided to do this standing up. And I have loved this thing forever. And then my grandma, my mama, quilted it for me on her frame. You know, just one of those drop down from the ceiling things, and she made it real small and dropped it down and did it. So I'm gonna try to come in real close so y'all can see some of it. But I've never seen Around the World done with gingham. And Chelsea, I know you're enjoying your quilting. And Kimberly at Fat Quarter. But I have loved this thing, and I love it so much, and just treasure it, cherish it. But it's gotten holes torn. I need to do a lot of mending on it. It gets a lot of love and wear, but I think that's what it's meant to do. But seeing Vonna's made me think that I hadn't got it out of the quilt chest since we moved to get it out and start using it. So, which brings me to the last little bit I think we have. It's now that it's finally cooled off around here, I can get started. I felt like decorating a little bit for fall and everything, but I have Hey There Pumpkin, which I stitched and I loved, and I changed up all my colors. I think it's on my Instagram, but I changed all my colors up on it. And so I'm gonna pass the stash on this guy. And I was thinking about what I was gonna get y'all to tell me about. In our family, we have a running dispute over brownies. I eat fudgy brownies. Don't come at me with any cake brownies. If I want a cake, I will make a cake. Because a cake like brownie is just a half-raised cake. It is a sad excuse for a cake, in my opinion. I don't want it. I don't like it. Occasionally, my mama will call me and ask me if I have my mama's brownie recipe. And I say, no, mama, I don't. I wouldn't have it because I didn't like them. They're nasty. Those are nasty. And she, of course, loves them because she likes cake-like brownies. No, not me. I am a fudgy brownie girl. I want the one dead center. Don't come at me with any edges. Those brownie pans that have all the little edge pieces. Why? Why do you want that hard part that's going to cut the top of your mouth? No, ma'am. No, thank you. So, tell me in the comments if you like cake-like brownies or if you like fudgy brownies. You can tell me more about it if you want to or not, but I was thinking about it, and I know, amuse me. I don't know. This is the way my brain works, but, and as far as that random picker or whatever, I don't know how that works. This is my pattern. This is Denise's pattern. I will give it to whoever I want. I don't know. Maybe I'll get sued. What you gonna, I don't know. I don't know how this works. But anyway, I don't know how to do a random picker. So I'm gonna pass the stash on this and tell me which kind of brownies you like, and I will probably have one of my grandbabies point at one of the names under the comments, and that's probably how it'll get picked. because I don't know how to use a random person picker or whatever that is. Obviously because I lost the first video of this thing and I don't know where it went. There may be 2 of these out there in Flosstube world somewhere. The first one was like 18 minutes or something and I don't know where it is. Out there in the ether somewhere. I don't know. But for what it's worth, there may be another half of this doubled up somewhere out there. So if you're interested in this, just in the comments, tell me if you like cake-like brownies or fudgy brownies. And you can, like I said, you can give me more details if you want, but it is a big point in my family and it is a big divide. We are a family divided over cake-like brownies or fudgy brownies. So let me know how y'all feel on that and how y'all stand. And then we will pass this on. And like I said, I did my mine all in oranges and different color oranges. I did each one a different orange. It's on Instagram how I did mine. But y'all have a great week. Hopefully I'll see y'all next week. Hopefully my janky eye will be all better. And hopefully I will have some of that white stitched on that roof of my farmhouse because I don't like stitching white, so I'm gonna try to just power through and get it done. Because stitching white, you have to railroad that to try to get it to look even halfway decent. It's just rough, rough, rough. So I'm gonna try to power through and get it done. And thank you, Amy Love Toads, for the shout out last week. I hope you're feeling better. Saw you were having a bad day. I hope you read your little book and had some little peace and got feeling better. Farm Girl, I hope your husband's back's better. Priscilla, I'm glad you're back from Disney. I'm going in November with my grandbabies. Super excited, yes. And I think that's all I've got. I'll see y'all next week with some whips and hopefully some finishes and some FFOs. Y'all just keep on stitching and have a great week. Bye.